I remember the exact night it happened. Not the cheating, but the moment everything came crashing down. The night I finally stopped being blind. It started like any other Thursday. I came home a bit earlier than usual, carrying her favorite takeout, sushi and miso soup. She wasn't expecting me, and that's when I noticed it. The house felt different. Her car was there, but the lights were dimmed, and the faint sound of music came from upstairs. I called her name, Lena, and heard a flustered noise from the bedroom before she appeared at the top of the stairs, wearing a robe and pretending to be calm. "Oh, you're home early," she said, smiling, but her voice cracked on the word early. I didn't think much of it at the time. Maybe I didn't want to. We'd been married for 8 years, good years, I thought. We had a rhythm. Dinner, TV, talking about work, plans for a vacation we never quite booked. She said she was working late often, but I trusted her. You don't start a marriage thinking it's built on lies. But that night something stuck in my mind. Her perfume was stronger than usual, too strong. And when she hugged me, I caught a scent that wasn't hers. A faint cologne. I laughed it off, thinking maybe it was from someone at the office. I wanted to believe her. Over the next few weeks, though, the signs piled up like whispers I couldn't ignore. She changed her phone password. Started showering immediately after coming home. Her laughter, the one I used to love, sounded different when she was texting. Like it wasn't for me anymore. One night, as she worked late, I drove past her office. A stupid idea, I know, but her car wasn't there. Instead, I saw it parked near a hotel off the highway. My stomach dropped. I sat there for almost 30 minutes, engine running, hands shaking on the steering wheel, trying to convince myself there was some logical explanation. There wasn't. I didn't confront her right away. I wanted to be sure. So I planned something. Something quiet and final. A week later, I told her I had to go on a weekend business trip. She looked almost relieved, like she could breathe easier knowing I'd be gone. That told me everything. But I didn't leave. Instead, I set up a little surprise. Before I left the house Friday morning, I placed a small box on the bed with a note taped to it. The note read, "Open this when you miss me." Inside the box, a tiny wireless camera, hidden inside what looked like a simple keepsake jewelry box. She had no idea. I parked a few streets away that night, phone in hand, heart pounding. When the motion alert popped up, I opened the live feed. There she was. Lena, my wife. In our bed. With him. I watched her laugh, kiss him, whisper things I hadn't heard from her in months. My throat tightened. My hands shook so bad I could barely hold the phone. It's one thing to suspect. It's another to see. I didn't make a scene. Didn't storm in. I waited until they left, probably for dinner, and went home. My body was on autopilot, but my mind was burning. I gathered her things one by one. The clothes, the jewelry, the framed photo from our honeymoon she kept on her nightstand. All of it went into boxes. Then on our bed, the same one she had just betrayed me in, I placed a card that said, "Surprise. You were right, I came home early." I left the video still playing on the TV screen, paused right at the moment she kissed him. I wanted her to see herself, to see what she'd destroyed. When she came back around midnight, I was sitting in the living room, quiet, almost calm. She froze when she saw the TV. Then her eyes went wide when she read the note on the bed. "David, I can explain," she whispered, voice trembling. I didn't even raise my voice. "Explain what, Lena? That you've been cheating on me for months? That every time you said you were working late, you were working on someone else?" She started crying, reaching for me, but I stepped back. Don't touch me." She collapsed on the bed, sobbing. "It wasn't supposed to happen. I just felt lost. You were always busy, and I needed to feel something again." Her words hit me like knives. I needed to feel something. So what was I? Nothing. I wanted to scream, to break something, to tell her how she'd ripped the ground out from under me. But instead I just said, "You wanted to feel something? You will. It's called regret." That night I left. Checked into a cheap hotel and didn't answer her calls. By morning my phone was full of messages. Apologies, explanations, even voice notes of her crying. I deleted every single one. Over the next few days she begged for forgiveness, even showed up at my office claiming it was a mistake, that she'd end it and go to therapy, that she still loved me. But the thing about trust, once it's gone you can't rebuild it from ashes. I filed for divorce quietly. No yelling, no revenge, no screaming matches. Just a calm signature at the bottom of a piece of paper. When she realized it was real, she broke down completely. I almost felt bad, almost. A few weeks later, I heard she tried to make things work with the guy she cheated with. It didn't last long. I guess when the excitement fades, all you're left with is guilt. Now, months later, I sleep peacefully again. Not because I don't miss her, I do sometimes. You don't just erase 8 years of your life. But I realized something important. Peace doesn't come from holding on. Comes from knowing when to let go. That surprise I left on the bed wasn't just for her. It was for me. The final truth. The closure I didn't know I needed. Because sometimes the only way to end a lie is to let the truth walk in and turn the lights on.